Welcome everyone to Menomonee Falls and tonight's Cable Access Channel 14 girls soccer game, girls varsity soccer. It's the Menomonee Falls Indians versus the West Allis Central Bulldogs. This is a first tonight. Not only is the girls game televised for the first time, but the first time we're going to have announcers. And this is Jerry Missling. I'm with my broadcast partner, Lauren Ware. Lauren, welcome.
Thank you.
Lauren is a former player here at the Falls, graduated 2 years ago, and will do the color analysis of the game while I do the play-by-play. One of the reasons we wanted to televise the game tonight, Lauren, I don't know, when you played, was the team ranked at all when you played for the high school team?
No, I don't believe so.
Currently, they're ranked 10th in the area. And I don't know, when you're a senior year, do you have any idea how many seniors you had on your team?
There were maybe 6.
6? Now, this year they've got 5, but the team is loaded with freshmen and sophomores. They have 12 freshmen and sophomores on their team. Looks like we're getting ready for the start of the pregame introductions. As the teams head out to midfield, we're going to turn it over to Kristen Stein for the pregame introductions. Here is Kristen Stein on the PA system.
Welcome to Menomonee Falls and tonight's Greater Conference match against the West Allis Central Bulldogs. Menomonee Falls High School takes pride in its quality of its athletic program. We also strive to display the highest level of good sportsmanship both on the athletic field and in the stands. Please help us to maintain this goal by maintaining a positive, supportive attitude and refrain from any behavior that reflects negatively on your team, your fans, or your school. To honor America and our men and women in the armed forces, especially those serving overseas and away from their families, please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag at the center of the field for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. And now, tonight's starting lineup for the West Allis Central Bulldogs. Number 8, senior Courtney Ahern. Number 15, senior Anna Arcroft. Number 9, senior Sarah Ewert. Number 18, senior Kelly Nabrowski. Number unknown, Heather Solario, senior. Number 17, junior Sam Frosch. Number 7, junior Jeanette Land. Number 16, sophomore Elizabeth Karboski. Number 10, sophomore Mona Nagel. Number 24, freshman Molly Warnsberger. And number 20, freshman Caitlin Furtick. And now tonight's starting lineup for Menomonee Falls Indians. Number 1, co-captain senior Caitlin Washburn. Number 4, freshman Haley Schild. Number 5, sophomore Nicole Sturr. Number 6, sophomore Annie Weber. Number 7, freshman Molly Paskey. Number 8, senior Ashley Merritt. Number 9, junior Tanya Kaznark. Number 11, co-captain Lakin Kester. Number 14, freshman Cassie Paskey. Number 18, senior Amanda Borner. And number 19, senior Krista Timodevich. West Allis Hale is coached by Justin Martinez, and Menomonee Falls is coached by head coach Scott Stein, assistant Jeff Habenrich. Good luck, ladies. Please shake hands and have a great game. Tonight is also senior night. Please give a big congratulations to our seniors who have been in the program for the last 4 years. Congratulations and good luck, ladies.
This is Jerry Missling back with the broadcast. We'd like to thank Kristen Stein for those great pregame introductions. And Kristen, well, I guess we didn't, Lauren, we didn't mention that tonight is senior night. And I know Coach Stein runs a lot of special nights, VIP night, BF Buddy night. Can you remember your senior night?
Yes, vaguely, but a little bit. I remember being, kind of emotional and sad that it would be my last soccer game. And I think for a lot of seniors, it's their last game, or not their last game, but their last year playing competitive soccer. And I think that, a lot of these girls have played for a long time, and it's kind of sad and, a fun time that's coming to an end. So.
Well, it's a 4-year commitment, and I know when everything's got to come to an end and you move on. But were you a captain your senior year? I can't remember.
Yes, I was captain my senior year.
Okay. We were going to be mentioning a lot of the underclassmen tonight, but it is very important that we talk about the seniors. Also in goalie, we've got Caitlin Washburn. Caitlin Washburn, I believe, is ranked number 1 in her class academically.
Wow.
That was never my problem in school. But also, if you notice tonight, if we can get a shot at the ball in midcourt, there we go, midfield, that's a pink ball. That's for breast cancer awareness. The girls' soccer team this year has been very involved in that as far as fundraisers and donations. And just another thing that Coach Scott Stein, in part of his program, does all the little things kind of make things a little bit more interesting. I believe in 2 nights from now, even though it's this senior night, they have a home game, I think, 2 nights from now. And it's going to be BF Buddy night where they bring their little friends over from Ben Franklin. We're getting ready for the start of the game. One thing we want to mention is West Allis Central is short a number of players. The JV game was canceled because of, injuries and suspensions. So they might be a little short-handed tonight. All right, the start of the game there, and we're getting ready. Got our monitor, our beautiful night here. Lauren, I checked the weather forecast, and wind was about 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 25. Will that play a big factor, or did it play a big factor when you played?
Yeah, I think just the energy level to try to get the ball as far as you usually can get it to go, and the energy of the team who's in advantage with the wind always plays a big key, and Caitlin might not be able to kick the ball as hard as she usually can, and it might not go as far, so it definitely plays a big factor in the turnout of the game.
I suppose it also floats a little bit more, too. All right, we started, as you're looking on your TV screen, the wind is blowing left to right, so Menomonee Falls will have the advantage of first half. Okay, we'll set our players as we go along here. Currently, Menomonee Falls, that's Cassie Paskey with the ball. Moving inside the box. Kick just wide. It looks like they're going to, it'll be West Allis Central's ball. Due to injuries and illnesses, normally we have a 40-minute game, but we've been informed by our announcer tonight, Kristen Stein, that each half will be 35 minutes long. So we'll broadcast will be another 10 minutes shorter, but we'll keep it entertaining. We will have a halftime entertainment also when we introduce the seniors. Kicked by number 18, saved by the goalie, who I believe I lost my sheet here temporarily. All right, the goalie for West Allis Central tonight is Heather Solorio. Okay, Menomonee Falls got a corner kick. It's going to be Lake and Kester. Lauren, what do we look for in corner kicks?
I think anything to just try to get anything on the ball you can and kick it towards the goal using your head, your foot, your knee, pretty much anything.
There's a corner kick and a goal by Nikki Sturr. Nikki Sturr's number 5. Nikki's a sophomore. You pretty much call that one, Lauren. So you're off to a good start. Is this the first time you've seen the Indians play?
No, I actually went to 2 games. They had a tournament this past weekend at Eline Field. I went to 2 of their games. So.
And how did they do?
I was really impressed. It wasn't the Greater Metro Conference in that, but just really impressed by the way the girls play, and especially by how young they are and still how good they can play together.
Well,
Goal scored by number 5, Nikki Sturr.
There we go. Kristen Stein filling us in on that. I think it was about a minute and a half into the game we got their first goal. And if I know Coach Stein, we'll talk about him later in the program, does a tremendous job. If things get a little out of hand here due them being shorthanded, I know Coach Stein will play everybody, every position. Anyway, we're coming up with another corner kick. We have Lake and Kester heading over to the right corner. It's a good shot of her right there. Once again, the wind will be blowing towards their goal. Got a shot of the flag. And just wide, Menomonee Falls keeps it in play. We would try to announce the West Allis Central girls, but unfortunately they don't put them in numerical order. And by the time we find their names, they'll be on to the next play. So, okay, Menomonee Falls has it in Central's half of the field, working it down. Ball's being chased down there by Amanda Borner, one of our 5 seniors. She's going to throw it in. Ball's coming into Annie Weber. Annie Weber brings it back out. Molly Paskey's on the ball. Krista Tumadevich, one of our other seniors. Chris is going to clear it over. I believe that's Tanya Kisnarch. Tanya's coming and pass from Nikki Sturr. Blocked by Central. Cassie Paskey. Cassie, one of our freshmen, scored quite a few goals this year, doing a terrific job for the Indians. We want to talk a little bit about injuries. Menomonee Falls had injury bug, hit 2 of their freshman players. I know one of them was Olivia Dennis, and who was the other one, Lauren?
Jenna Woodston.
I believe, I think she might be out for the year.
I'm not sure about that one.
Okay, I guess till June 4th, according to Kristen Stein, which I think the season might be over unless we're in the state championship at that time. Okay, all righty. Okay, Menomonee Falls. Let's see. We got what kind of kick is that called, Kristen, Lauren, when they kick from the corner like that?
That would be a goal kick.
A goal kick, and that's anything that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Menomonee Falls, right on the end line.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, got Molly Paskey with the ball into Amanda Borner. Ball comes across just a little high. Nikki Sturr is going to chase it down. I said once again, Nikki Sturr is one of our sophomores. I believe she scored over the weekend when I checked the newspaper. Yeah, injuries, it's a very physical sport, soccer. It's not golf and it's not tennis, that's for sure, right, Lauren?
Correct.
All right, got Molly Paskey here in midfield. Molly passing to Krista Tumadevich, moving it up the field. Long shot by Krista Tumadevich and blocked by Heather Solorio. She's going to kick it. She's got quite the outfit on here, the blue and the orange. She's easy to spot. Ball's controlled by Molly Paskey. Molly's puts it out wide. I believe that's actually near at him. Not sure. I'd have to double check. Ball's here in midfield. Got a beautiful night here in Menomonee Falls. We have a lot of these bad spring days, and we've had some miserable days up here, but it's, I think, about 79 degrees at game time. Got the lights on because we'll be heading into darkness before this is over. Ball's being tracked down the corner by Amanda Borner. We're 5 minutes into the game. Scores 1-0 Menomonee Falls. And Falls are going to go back on defense. Alrighty. And once again, this is senior night, and I said at halftime we're going to have just a little ceremony for these seniors, so I want to make sure we cover that. Lauren, can you tell what type of offense the Falls is in right now?
Not really, but it seems that Coach Stein predicted that we'd be on our half most of the game, and looks like everybody's playing pretty far forward.
Okay, we got Cassie Paskey centering it, kicked out by I didn't check it out. I said, once again, we're going to have trouble with Central because they're not in numerical order, and that's tough. Tough to handle. Okay, we got Molly Paskey chasing the ball down. It's Menomonee Falls into the field. Ball's back to Ashley Nearat. Ball's out of bounds to be thrown by West Allis Central. Lauren, how many years were you on varsity?
4 years.
And would you have Coach Stein all 4 years?
Yes, first 2 years he was assistant coach, and then my junior year he became the head coach.
Yeah, the girls soccer program, we want to mention that. I said they are in the top 10 in the area. Lauren, I know that I'm going to ask you a biased opinion. What is the toughest conference in the state?
I'd say the Greater Metro Conference.
And I currently look. I think Divine Savers ranked number 20th in the country, and now first year I think Brookfield East is second in the state. Brookfield Central. Now the Falls played Brookfield East earlier in the year and lost 1-0.
That's definitely pretty good compared to past seasons.
Yep, yeah, I understand. And I think your record is 16-5, 12-5. I'm just looking at advance. We got a game tonight that's 13-5. 2 nights from now, 14-5. So we're going to rack up them wins before they happen. Okay, Coach Stein. Coach Stein's assisted by Coach Sarah Erke and Jeff. I always call him Coach Hobbs. What is it? Jeff Hobenrich? Hobenrich. And today's his birthday. We're not sure how old he is, and we've had a lot of birthdays this year, and some memorable ones. I think Coach Stein just had his 40th a while back, 41. And I think Kristen Stein just had her 40th. So if you ask how old she's going to be, just say, well, she's going to be 41. Anyway, we're going to have a corner kick here by Lakin Kester. No substitutions as of yet. Okay, Lauren, I want to talk a little bit, right after this corner kick, I want to talk a little bit about substitutions. Let's see if the Falls. Boy, Cassie Paskey was in there. All right, in basketball, I know we sub a lot when there's somebody gets in foul trouble or injury or defensive matchups. In soccer, is there any rhyme or reason to your substitution patterns?
I think as a coach, you know who gets tired quicker than other girls out there. But I don't really know. Obviously, injury or just maybe switching positions, and in order to do that, you take them out.
Now, when you say they get tired quicker, do you mean they're more out of shape or they're trying harder?
Well, I was definitely one of the ones who got tired a lot quicker than most girls. So I don't know. Just I think genetically.
We'd like to go through the Falls lineup to get everybody's name mentioned right off the bat. In goal tonight, we have Caitlin Washburn. We also have on the roster a freshman, Lauren Peterson, number 2. Olivia Dennis is out tonight. She's number 3, but she's also a freshman. Haley Schild, number 4, a freshman. Nikki Sturr, we mentioned her earlier. She is a sophomore, along with Annie Weber, who's a sophomore. Molly Paskey is a freshman. She's number 7 in the game. Ashley Nearat is a senior. She's number 8. Tanya Kaznarch, a junior, number 9. Number 10 is Nicole Eberhardy, who's also a sophomore. We have tri-captain Lakin Kester. That's Hole. See the Fall gets a goal here just wide. Lakin Kester is a senior captain, number 11. She's been doing all our corner kicks tonight. Number 12 is Maria Seelig, a junior. Goal by Menomonee Falls. That was our freshman Haley Schild, number 4.
Goal for Menomonee Falls, Haley Schild.
I was reading the roster. Lauren, can you tell us what happened there?
Haley saw an opportunity to kick a goal and went right over the goalie's head. Almost hit the crossbar, but just snuck in.
Well, I think it might have been a little wind-dated.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's finish up with the roster here. We have Cassie Paskey, a freshman, number 14. Mariana Siskowski, a sophomore, number 15. We have freshman Jenna Woodson, who's out with an injury till early June, number 16. Amanda Borner, number 18. Number 19, Krista Tumadayevich, a senior. Number 21 is Carly Stadler, a sophomore. Along with number 23 in tonight's roster is Whitney Lane, and a sophomore. All right, scores Menomonee Falls 2. We're at the 10-minute mark. Once again, tonight's game will go 70 minutes. And are they doing the running clock yet? Okay, normally after a goal, the clock stops. However, it's sort of a mercy rule that if one team gets up by 3 or 4, they will run the clock. And we've been informed that if they go 4 ahead, that they're going to run the clock at this time. So here we go. Okay, Lauren, you're back. You're done now with. Just to let you know, Lauren is a sophomore up at Oshkosh, majoring in
Radio, TV, film.
And you're doing anything, any sports up there, any clubs or organizations?
No, I'm involved in intramurals when they come around, and that's always a good time. I'm in a club called CARE, and it's just gets awareness on abuse of women and children.
Oh, that's interesting. Yep. All right, let's go. I want to get back to some of those. We have substitutions for the Falls. Is number 3, is that Olivia Dennis? Is she? Oh, Olivia Dennis is in. Yeah, I guess she had a broken foot, and I guess it healed quite quickly. We also have number 12 is Marina Seelig, number 21, which is Carly Stadler, and number 5, Nikki Sturr is also in. Lauren, you were here, I know, in high school. I know Lauren belongs to St. Anthony, our church. She played basketball for me several years at St. Anthony's. And a couple years, was it 1 year Little League or 2 years of Little League?
I think I played more than that.
I mean, for me. I know you played a long time.
2, yes.
Yeah. I know you're one of the quicker players. We just said if you could just touch the ball, you'd get to second base. But at the high school here, anything else you played besides soccer?
Oh, yes. I was in volleyball, tennis, golf. I also did gymnastics for 3 years, and then soccer all spring.
Did you ever play? You ever play indoor soccer?
Yes, indoor soccer. I played with my club team and also with the high school team.
Now, how does indoor soccer differ from outdoor soccer?
Well, indoor soccer is a lot different. It's definitely a quicker paced game, and it also, you only have 5 players on the field with a goalie. There's no throw-ins, and it's all blocked off by the wall, so it's a lot different.
I know I always liked when my daughter played indoor soccer. It was always better weather conditions. We just had our first sub for West Allis Central. That's Anna Arkos, number 15. Okay, we have a kick here from West Allis Central. Okay, ball's controlled. Here, Nikki Sturr coming in. Nice kick by Sturr. Ball's inside. Cleared back out to Annie Weber. Annie Weber's a sophomore. Annie Weber cleared the backstop. So strong leg, but no goal. Okay, we got a chance here. Lauren's going to sign off. We just had Jeff Sherry show up in the booth. Jeff Sherry is a JV coach, and while he's getting settled here, we want to go through and read off his players. Playing JV for the Falls this year was a lot of freshmen, sophomores, and a junior, but I'll just read off their names. Nellie Botticelli, Jackie Noche, Emily Bowman, Lauren Winter, Ashley Jelinski, Brittany Bugler, Emma Lodel, Kayla Smith, Rachel Eigner, Amy McCure, Olivia Becker, Whitney Tipton, Alyssa Barzak, Lindsay Day, Lindsay Stoffker, Abby Shahantek, Jillian Carlson, Kira McCure, and Robin Schneider. Welcome, Coach Sherry.
Thank you, Jerry. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
No game tonight, huh?
No, that was disappointing. The girls were excited, ready to play. This is our 5th cancellation this season, and so that's tough for the girls. We were looking to get a game in tonight, especially with such a beautiful day. But we were able to scrimmage a little bit and run around, so that was good.
That's good. Now, how many games do you have left?
We have 3 games left. We go tomorrow at Tosa East, Thursday at home against Hartford, and then Saturday we go down to Kenosha Tremper.
And what's your overall record this year? Off the top of your head, or I'm putting you on the spot?
Yeah, if we count today as a forfeit.
Which you would have won anyway.
Well, absolutely. Well, yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Right.
Then our record is 11 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties.
Wow, that's a heck of a season. Now, I know this year we don't have a freshman program, correct?
Yes.
And how has that kind of impacted your JV team?
Well, what ended up happening was, if you look at the varsity roster, you can see that we only have 2 juniors. on the varsity team this year, and we only have 2 juniors on the JV team this year. So, this results in, we have a very talented freshman class, and we ended up with, I think, 6 freshmen on the varsity team. And with that many girls playing varsity, we just didn't have enough for a freshman team. So it actually, I think, helped with the competitiveness of the program, because we ended up, with the numbers, we didn't have enough for freshman team. But, we ended up having too many where we had to, I think maybe the first time we had to cut some girls from the program. But what we ended up with was 2 teams full of girls who were pretty good soccer players. And I think it definitely raised the whole competitive feel of the program.
Excellent. Looking back at the season, any particular game that stands out?
Oh, yeah. The biggest win of the season for us was when we beat DSHA, defending state champions in girls soccer, the varsity program. And, they came in onto this field right here, and we jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead on them, and they were just, you could see the other team, they were stunned, absolutely stunned. And we ended up winning 3-2. And it was, very exciting for the girls. We had set a goal early on of, let's see if we can win conference, which seems kind of, for our program, building, it seemed like maybe it was a little ambitious of a goal. But, figured we believe we can beat anybody. So when we beat DSHA, it was within reach. But then, last week we did lose to Brookfield East, and that was our second conference loss. And at that point, it was out of reach. But what we told the girls, yes, we are not going to win conference, but we can feel great about the season that we had. I don't know if there is a record for the most wins of the JV team, but we certainly, the girls have played so hard and they've made great improvements, and we're real proud of them. And I think whatever happens these last 3 games, we'll be able to call it a successful season.
Well, I was lucky enough to be there for that Divine Savior game, and when you look at their roster, it wasn't a bunch of freshmen that you beat. They had that was loaded with sophomores. So you went out and beat a good Divine Savior team, not a team that was patched together. A couple of things I want to cover here real quick. Just check the monitor. We're into the sunlight here, so it was a little hard for me to see. So overall, the season was a success. Any outstanding player you want to mention, or I know it's a team game, but
yeah. Well, I will mention we did have a birthday girl today. We have, in addition to, of course, Coach Habenrich's birthday today on the JV team, we have Emily Bowlman celebrating a birthday. She is one of our talented freshmen that we have this year, and she. I think she scored 6 goals for us this year, has played real strong in the middle. Just a great girl overall. I've had her in class actually for a couple of years over at North. And she's a great girl. Our leading goal scorer right now is Nellie Botticelli. She's had 12 goals. Olivia Becker also has had 6 goals. Jillian Carlson has had many assists with some great crosses for us. Our defense has played great with Alyssa Barzak playing sweeper, leading it back at defense. And, lots of talented girls on the team, and not just that, just a joy to coach. Really fun group of girls.
Before we start off, we're going to have Lake and Kester with a corner kick, but before we turn it back over to Lauren, anything you have your kids work on in the off season? Anything you recommend for them?
Well, I would say that the biggest thing that we've noticed as far as getting in the way of what we'd like to be able to do is being able to develop that first touch with the ball. Okay, when the ball comes to you, being able to control it and play it quickly. That's for a lot of the girls, at least at the JV level, it's a struggle, where we set up the plays that we want to do and the runs that you want to make, but if the girl can't control the ball, then you can't make the pass. If you can't control the ball, you can't take the shot. So just getting as much practice as possible of being able to control that ball right away and be in a position where you can do something with it, I think is a great skill for kids to have as they're coming into the high school program.
Okay, that was a long shot there by Krista Tuma-Davidge. We'll get right back to that. So I think you answered my next question. I was going to say, for the younger grade school kids out there, what would you work on? In addition to that first touch, anything else you'd recommend that they work on?
Yeah, just being able to control, run with the ball, control the ball, feel comfortable with the ball at your feet, and you just be able to play at speed. As you get up to these higher levels, the biggest difference that you notice is the speed at which the girls are playing. Even our JV team, we were off to a great start. We only lost 1 game, and there was a day where there was a game canceled because of weather, and we scrimmaged against the varsity girls. And the varsity girls just absolutely ran us all over the field. The speed of the game is amazing. So it's being able to dribble with the ball at speed, tackle the ball with speed, and also just being aggressive is very important to be able to play a physical game and be able to go get the ball. It is really important as you're developing. And as the game gets faster and the girls get bigger, you have to be able to, you can't back down.
Was that a goal? I believe Menomonee Falls scored again. I think it was number 15. And it was Marina Siskowski, one of our sophomores.
Actually, not a goal.
Oh, it was not a goal. Well, there we go. Every so often I have one of those. It's easier when I make a mistake here than when I'm doing the clock. I hate to take that off the board. So once again, we want to thank Coach Jeff Sherry for stopping up
Jerry.
tonight. Give us an update. Good luck the rest of the year. Any
bet.
predictions on the girls varsity as far as the tournament, the state tournament?
Well, it looks like, at least in the regional round, I don't think they've done the seedings yet, but in the past we haven't had a lot of success getting out of that first round. But I would say that this year, that either we'll get a bye or possibly, that I would think that winning that first round regional, I think, is something that we can look for this year. That I mean, obviously there are no gimmies, but I would say that would be something that we definitely could do this year. That's
that's one of them definitely attainable goals. One more thing, would you happen to know the number of all-conference players we have in the varsity, by any chance?
Oh, how many all-conference players? I'm sorry, Jerry, but when it comes to the
we'll find out later.
Program,
I thought
yeah,
maybe
I'm not
they
really
had
sure.
announced that. There's a goal by Menomonee Falls. That's Olivia Dennis, just came off the injured list, number 3, which will make the score 3-0 at the 22-minute mark. All right, Jeff, we're going to get back to the broadcast here. Once again, thanks for stopping up. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll see you soon. We're going to bring Lauren back in here. And before we do that, we want to recognize our producer, Harry Stetzel, and our photographers tonight, James Davies and Gordon Kirchhoff. Once again, this is the first televised game that we have, that we actually have play-by-play and commentary on. In the past, we just had the cameras scanning back and forth, and that was good, but Harry wants things that be a little bit better all the time, so they came out tonight, and we got this game on local cable access, Channel 14. Just set the stage again. The score is Menomonee Falls up 3-0, 22-minute mark. Lauren, welcome back in the booth.
Oh, thank you, Jerry.
Coach Sherry is very informative there. So Menomonee Falls is substituted quite liberally tonight compared to West Allis Central. I think they moved Kristen Tumadevich, who was on defense, back on offense. Is that true, Lauren?
Yes, it does look like that.
Yeah, she is going to be number 19. Just missed her. Marina almost got a second goal. Lauren, how many girls did you play with when you were here? I mean, how many girls were on the team when you were here?
It's hard to think back that long ago, but I want to say...
Lauren, it was 2 years ago.
That's a long time ago. I want to say 18, I think they were.
Okay, there were 18. But I mean, a number of girls, the girls on the team, you play with Krista Tumadevich and...
Oh, that's what you're saying.
I asked the question,
I'm sorry.
but I apologize.
That's all right. I actually played with 3 of the girls, I think. Carissa Tumadevich, Caitlin Washburn, and Lakin Kester.
Okay.
Oh, and Amanda Borner.
Amanda Borner? Okay.
Yes.
Menomonee Falls, they have another sub coming in. We got a shot there. Once again, it's West Allis Central Bulldogs against the Menomonee Falls Indians. Greater Metro Conference, unquestionably, is the hardest conference in the state. And not only in girls, also in boys. And the job Coach Scott Stein has done here building this program up. I tell you what, the game's on TV right now. Check your papers, check the website, come out and see these soccer teams. It's the same thing. Nice stop there by their goalie. But come on out. This program, the girls program, is definitely on the way up. 2 or 3 years from now, the Falls could be playing at Eline Field come the state tournament. They're that good and they're that well coached. Okay, here we got balls once again in their half of the field. Ball's coming down. Controlled by Annie Weber. West Allis Central is advancing it. Sun is starting to settle a bit. We're seeing those long shadows on the field now. Once again, it's a beautiful night here, and Wonderful Menomonee Falls. Okay, we got a couple subs coming in. One looks like Tanya Kaznarich. I'm not sure the other sub. It's Nicole Eberhardy. Nicole Eberhardy, I believe, is number 10. Okay, here's a throw-in by West Allis Central. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go back to live action. Ball's down on our end. Ball control there by Whitney Lanin. I got Whitney Tipton and Whitney Lanin mixed up when I went through the original roster. Whitney Lanin has been on team all year. Well, Whitney Lanin, very fast person. She could be running track, but she wasn't playing soccer. We're glad she's out for soccer. Menomonee Falls bringing up ball up the field. Krista Trupadaevich controlling it. Got number 15, I think that's Marina Siskoski. We're going to have another corner kick.
Just a reminder that tonight's game will only be running 35-minute halves instead of 40, so there'll be 35-minute halves. We also want to remind you that the concession stand is open, so please make sure you visit the concession stand. They have soda, a variety of drinks, a variety of hot dogs, so please come on out and support Menomonee Falls Booster Club.
Okay, there's a scramble in front of the net and a whistle. Lauren, what do we get there? What does that signal? Any idea?
Looks like a foul on Menomonee Falls, and West Allis Central will get the advantage with the kick.
So in a foul situation like that, really, what do they do? Is this, certain fouls in certain areas are different penalties, correct?
Correct. It's definitely obviously more dangerous when it's in your own team's box, but definitely an advantage when it's in the other team's box.
Every time we hear the whistle, I'm going to put you on the spot, and then you got to tell us what they call there. So be ready for that.
Okay, great, thanks.
We got Marina Siskoski just curled in, and that was a beautiful shot and a great camera angle. Once again, Gordon Kirchhoff and James Davies on cameras. I don't think they missed a play here so far. Score is Menomonee Falls 4, West Allis Central 0. I'm sure that's at the 27-minute mark. Now, once again, clock will continue to run. And we know Menomonee Falls is a good team. West Allis Central is undermanned, though. And they're going to give it their try. I think they have one player on the bench. And, Lauren, when you have one sub, that puts you in a tough spot, doesn't it?
That is a pretty tough spot.
Lauren is back from college here, and a lot of her friends are stopping by to give her a little wave. So she's multitasking right now.
Yes, I am.
Menomonee Falls was scored by Marina Siskoski.
I was up here the other night, Lauren. Now, I know Coach Stein runs something with the younger players, a lot of camps, a lot of drills, basics camps. Do the high school players get involved in that with him?
Sometimes during the summer, a few players would go and work for him. I know when I was on the team, when I was in high school. But also during Pick Your Pleasure Day at the elementary school, some of the high school girls would go over and do the soccer drills with the little kids and stuff. So yeah, I think it's fun for the girls to get involved with the little kids and try to improve their skills.
Is it more fun for the little kids or more fun for the players?
Well, that all depends on who you talk to.
Well, I imagine it's a combination. All right, once again, set the stage, falls up 4-0. We've got 7 minutes left here in the half. The wind has died down, I think. I'm trying to check. Well, I guess like the corner flags are whipping pretty good. Okay, Menomonee Falls bringing the ball upfield. Once again, this is the first time broadcast. We want to thank our crew for coming out tonight. I think in the last week they've covered a track meet, which went over 3.5 hours. They were there quite a while. There's a shot by the Falls. Oh, and a save by their goalie. And I think the night before they covered an exciting Falls-Sussex game and Sussex-Hamilton softball game. Lauren and I were at school, but the Falls come back, scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th, and got a 2-strike, 2-out double by Haley Moorfield with the bases loaded to drive in the winning runs. So that was a good week track-wise, and so that's 3 events. I think they've filmed here in 8 days. Go to fallscableaccess.com and you can check your schedule. We've also got a couple other there's some shows out there. I know Gordon Kirchhoff has a show, and Also, I think this is on streaming videos. So you're on your computer, and let's say, Lauren, you were going back to school tomorrow, which you're not, but you want to watch the game on your computer, just go fallscableaccess.com and click on it. Also, we want to let our fans know later on that this game might be on later tonight, but the next day or two it'll probably be on.
Attention, Menomonee Falls senior parents of our seniors. Could you please meet under the flag at the concession stand at the 2 minutes left in the half, so at 33 minutes, please meet at the concession stand.
We got to get those parents out there for senior night. And once again, I know you said it's emotional for you. How do you think it is for the parents?
I think it's definitely sad to see and what's coming in the future for the girls, leaving home and all that stuff. So I think it's bittersweet for them.
I know personally when I go to like a volleyball game or a basketball game, whatever, and it's the last game, let's say it's usually in the playoffs, if there's 2 minutes and Menomonee Falls is down and doesn't appear to come back, I'll usually leave. I hate to see the seniors walk out on their last day. To me, it's gut-wrenching when they come out, some of them, and not just the girls, the boys too. Okay, here's a center by the Falls. Lake and Kester, a nice hitter, but just a little wide. Like I said, I know my daughter played a couple years sports here, and when they come out of that locker room, it's tough sometimes. So we got 4 minutes before half. Menomonee Falls up 4-0. I know I asked you this before, Lauren. What is it? This isn't a corner kick now. What is this?
This is a goal kick.
A goal kick.
Yes.
Okay. A goal kick. And I said she is kicking into the wind. Ball is controlled by Lake and Kester. The ball has literally been in Menomonee Falls end zone, wouldn't you say, 90% of the time?
I'd maybe go with 95% of the time.
Kaylin Washburn, our goalie, is like the Lone Ranger down there, just kind of standing by herself. I know Coach Stein sometimes might even move her, putting a different goalie in the second half. We'll see. Okay, we got a goal kick by their goalie. Control once again by Menomonee Falls. That's number 2, Lauren Peterson. Lauren played softball, I know, Little League last year. She's a freshman soccer player. Once again, one of these very talented freshmen and sophomores at Falls. They have nice center by the Falls. Got to kick it out. I think Menomonee Falls has 12 freshmen and sophomores, I counted earlier. So, and talented players, not just he's asked to fill the roster with kids. Okay, Menomonee Falls, Krista Tuman-Dajevich. All right, it looks like it's going to be a throw-in by the Falls, thrown in by Nicole Eberhardy. This, our booth up here, we're kind of doing double duty. We have the PA announcers, the game managers up here, and it's not built for, I should say, broadcasting. The key parts have great big pillars in the corner, and we're working around those tonight. But our camera crew's doing a good job. They're all on the balconies. No railing. They're working without a net tonight. Okay, it's going to be a goal kick by West Allis Central. We got 2 minutes left in the half. Once again, now for those uninitiated, they announce when there's 1 minute left in the half, and then there'll be a countdown at the 10-second mark. So, okay, ball's brought in. We'll give you a recap of the scoring. There's a header by Lakin Kester, one of our tri-captains. Nothing wrong with a senior getting a goal on senior night, is there, Lauren?
Not at all, and that was a really nice goal.
Was it a header?
It was a header, yep.
Good. Okay, Carly Stadler is checking out along with Krista Tuman-Dajevich. What happens when they score a goal? These kids hustle in. It's hard to see who's coming in. Okay, we're getting to the. We have 1 minute left here in the half.
1 minute left in the half.
Okay, ball's scored. Menomonee Falls 5, West Allis Central 0. And once again, West Allis Central is shorthanded tonight, but they're trying hard. There's no cheap shots out there. They're hustling up and down the best they can.
West Allis Central Coach Hernandez, who actually plays on Coach Stein's men's league, he said that West Allis Central was just coming here with a good attitude and just wanted to come out and have fun. So looks like they're doing that out there.
You know, they are. You know, and that's you getting your size. You know, like I said, it's easy to quit. You know, my motto always in practice: either go hard or go home. All right. Well, we're going to come down to the 10-second mark and turn over to Kristen Stein on the PA.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, half.
All right, that's the end of the first half, Lauren. A very exciting half, at least from the Falls standpoint.
Yes, definitely.
Menomonee Falls is up 5-0. Before we get to what's going to happen now is the player's going to go across the field, talk for about a minute, and then come across for senior night. Our camera crew is going to cover that, and then we will cut away and bring you back for the second half. But goals for Menomonee Falls in the first half were scored at the 1:31 mark by Nicole Sturr. The second goal was knocked in by freshman Haley Schild. Next goal was by Olivia Dennis, also a freshman. That was at the 22-minute mark. And then another goal by Marina Siskoski, number 15. That was at the 30-minute mark. And then the last goal was by Lakin Kester, one of our senior tri-captains. Now, those goals, Lauren, were scored by a sophomore, freshman, sophomore.
So we have a nice variety there.
And once again, I'm telling people wherever I go, a couple years ago the boys program was coming up, and they had a terrific team. And these girls, I mean, you played, and you know, to be in this conference to play with freshmen and sophomores, how invaluable that can be.
Right.
So, all right, we're getting a shot of our parents here now. And
why did you say it was okay?
now, when we say senior parents, we mean senior players. We don't mean old people coming out here. So,
Right.
Otherwise, I'd probably be down there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
we
thing
got
you
a
made
shot.
that clear.
And then they do what they do. They do have a wireless mic. And Kristen Stein will do those introductions. And at that point, I said, we'll just turn it over to them. And then Lauren and I will be back here for the second half. So it takes them a minute. There's a shot of what does Coach Stein talk about? You're up 5-0, Lauren. What would you say to that?
Right now, at this point, just, keep coming hard, don't give up, and just have fun.
No showboating, no rubbing it in, play with dignity in class. Okay, here they come across the field, and it looks like these are your younger players going to hand stuff out, and there's your seniors in the back group. And once again, it's halftime. Score: Menomonee Falls 5, West Allis Central 0. And we're going to turn this over shortly to Kristen Stein, who's our PA announcer, is Scott Stein's wife. She's also, I believe she coaches volleyball. Is that true?
Yes, I actually had her my freshman year.
Good coach, not so good coach. How was she?
Yes, definitely a good coach. Had a lot of fun.
I had a hunch you were going to say that. So, all right, as they're getting ready here, as soon as Kristen raises her mic, we're going to step back then. It shouldn't be this hard to get organized, but everybody wants to do something out here. I mean, a lot of people with cameras. Okay, there's a shot of some of our seniors. Number 1 is Caitlin Washburn. She's our goalie. Also want to mention Ariel Weishoff, who's our manager. She's a girl right in front there. I've had a pleasure to work with her this year. She really gets the lineups to me and stuff. Anyway, it looks like Kristen's getting ready. And she's giving directions here, and we're going to turn it over to Kristen Stein.
Good evening and welcome to Senior Night. We'd like to acknowledge the 5 seniors that represent Falls Soccer. This is quite a special group of kids. Not only are they a talented group of soccer players, but they are true role models on and off the field. Coach Stein said that he's going to miss all of their personalities next year. We'd like to start off by announcing our players. First off is manager Ariel Weishoff, and if you could please help us in wishing her a big happy birthday! With Mary Smiles and Maria. Next year, Ariel will be attending UW Green Bay. Happy birthday and congratulations, Ariel. Next up is number 1, senior Caitlin Washburn, escorted by Bill and Carrie. Caitlin will be attending UW-Madison. It's an emotional day for Caitlin. For those of you who don't know, Caitlin has been with the varsity program for 4 years. Big loss for Coach Stein. Also give Caitlin a big round of applause. She's #1 in her class this year, so congratulations. She's not only #1 on the field, but also in her academic class, so congratulations, Caitlin. Next up is number 8, Ashley Merrick, escorted by her mom and Vaughn. Ashley has brought a lot to the team this year with personality and enthusiasm. She's known as a goofball on the team. Next year, Ashley will be attending North Central University in Minnesota. Congratulations, Ashley. Next up is number 11, Lakin Kester, escorted by parents Tim and Shelley. Lakin is also a captain, and Lakin will be attending UW Stevens Point. Lakin has been with the varsity program and Coach Stein for 4 years, so congratulations, Lakin. You'll be greatly missed. Next up is number 18, Amanda Borner, with the parents Eric and Cindy. And her little brother. Next year, Amanda will be attending UW Lacrosse. We'll miss you, Amanda. Congratulations. And last up is number 19, Krista Timidavich. With parents Mark and June. Krista will be attending UW-Madison next year. She's also been with Coach Stein for the last 4 years and has been a big contributor to our program. Coach Stein would like to thank all of you for all that you have done for our soccer program and for the Menomonee Falls High School. You have a special place in the hearts of the coaches for being great kids and good examples of what student athletes are. Coach Stein is honored to coach you and to get to know all of you on and off the field. Lakin, Krista, Caitlin have been with him every step of the way, as if this is his 4th year as girls head coach and their 4th year on varsity. Amanda and Ashley have also been very special starting 3 years and are special players and kids. Ariel, his manager, is also in his 3rd grade class, so he's known her for many years as well. This group of seniors left its mark on the coaching staff, especially Coach Stein, especially when they left their signs and slept over in his yard last night. And they'll be truly missed. They have shared a lot of great times as well as their other ups and downs, and will be going to high school student athletes. You'll be missed next season. Thanks for 4 great years. You'll also be very successful in all you do in the future. Thanks again from Coach Stein and Coach Habenrich and Coach Erkey for a great year and a great high school career. And to your parents for all their support, for all you do the entire soccer season. Best of luck to you. And now, player Annie Weber would like to say something. And Coach says, game day, baby. Woo!
On behalf of the team, we just want to thank you for 3 years. 4 years.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming out. We'll miss you guys.
Seniors got a lot of season left, though. Still a lot left.
You may not have been able to hear it, but Coach said it's not over yet. We have a lot of season left.
You are. Take a picture.
They will probably play in 5 minutes. I think the refs are ready about 5 or 6 minutes. 5 or 6 minutes, I'll bet they'll be done. They're not going to take long. First of all, we're up.
They're downstairs now at the Boulder Department. I'll try to watch the songs for what he does with that. You know, we'll see. What? Over here!
All right, we're back in the second half here, and we must just maybe missed a hair there. I know I was late getting up here, but it was we thought, especially the Access crew, it was more important to cover the senior halftime, and it was pretty emotional. Don't you think, Lauren? You were down right in the field.
Yeah, it definitely was emotional for the girls and also the other teammates that are still going to be here in the next few years.
Bring back any memories?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good ones or
Definitely good ones, but also some sad ones.
Yep. All right. We have been talking quite a bit about the freshmen and sophomores, what a young team it is, but we really want to talk about these seniors tonight, being their last game. They're the building blocks of the program. And seniors on the team, once again, were Amanda Borner, Ashley Nearat, Leighton Kester, Krista Truman-Diavich, Kaylin Washburn, and manager Ariel Weishoff. Like I said, to build a good program, you have to have a good foundation, and these kids have great foundations. This morning, I guess, Coach Stein got up and looked out his window, and they had slept overnight in his yard. Put up some yard signs and stuff. Harmless fun, and that's what you like to see. So, I said, this is results of Coach Stein's off-season program, and I believe you have an idea what he does with the younger players.
Something he just started this past year was service hours between the girls and boys team, and I guess he put together a micro and academy camps for ages 3 to 12, and all the players are required to do service hours and volunteer their time and help the little kids with those camps and improve their skills.
Well, that pays off. Also, I see there's a goal by the Falls, hit the crossbar, just missed. Ariel Weishoff is in the game, our manager. He suited her up. So, I guess this goes back to Coach Hernandez, and they just want to come on and have some fun, and Coach Stein's done the same thing. Okay, we've got a goal kick by West Allis Central.
Nice.
There's hope for me yet, isn't there?
Hey, it looks like it.
And once again, we want to remind all our viewers here. Oh, it was a goal. Trickled in. I'm not sure who that was. Okay, we're going to give it, I guess I had the goal. I'm not going to give it to her. She earned it. It was Ashley Nearat, one of our seniors.
Goal by number 8, Ashley Nearat.
And her parents are happy. Earlier, our camera crew gave us a shot at the stands, and I think if I look over here, I see about a half dozen people from West Allis Central. And Menomonee Falls has probably got 50, 60, 70 people there. So it's great to see. Weather doesn't hurt on a night like tonight, but also when you get a night like tonight, people have other things that maybe a little yard work, whatever, but we want to thank them all. There's a good shot of our crowd by Gordon Kirchhoff. It's a mixture, grandparents, parents, students. Got a couple ball girls here tonight, too. We want to make sure we mention their names. Elena Crownover and Vicky Drakamp are our ball girls here tonight. I'm fortunate enough to coach Erin Crownover, Elena's sister in the freshman basketball program. While we have a minute here, there's a shot by number 18 and another goal by the Falls.
That was a really nice shot.
That was a beautiful shot. That was Amanda Borner, one of our seniors. Boy, they recovered from their emotional halftime, didn't they?
They really did. They're coming out strong.
Goal by number 18, senior Amanda Borner.
We talked earlier how the girls softball team was televised by cable access. They're currently, they wrapped up their conference, I think 2 days ago by knocking off Brookfield East. So they're conference champs. We want to wish them good luck in the playoffs. I talked to Coach Brian Burt tonight about boys tennis, and they did well. I think they're 2-5 in conference, but a very tough conference. Once again, in Greater Metro. But and to show you, they started out playing non-conference tennis, Lauren. They were 5-0, won their first 5 matches, so they had a good start. The boys golf team was ranked 10th in the area at one point. Coach Tony Pritchard's crew did a good job. I know Adam Rubat, one of the top players, and both the boys and girls track teams. They're getting ready to go. There's a shot by Ariel Weishoff. And I think Ariel got a handball in her, didn't she?
I think the call was offsides, actually.
Offsides there? Well, that's why I got you up here, Lauren. Lauren is our color broadcaster. We also have a new goalie in for the Falls when we get down in. It's Carly Stadler. All right. I guess what they pulled Kaylin Washburn, and she's in the field. I imagine her number is number 1. Yes, it is. Number 1. She's got the green armband. There's a shot at Carly Stadler, our sophomore goalie. Goalie of the future. Krista Tumadevich is doing everything she can to set Ariel Weishoff up. I said once again, the track team is knocking on the door of state. We've got a bunch of really talented runners, both boys and girls. We want to wish them luck also. Also, any incoming freshman girls, Coach Brian Burr is the freshman tennis coach, and his numbers last year were down, which is unusual here. And he's really looking for girls that want to play tennis next fall. You can give him a call. It's Coach Brian Burr. I'm not sure what school he teaches at, but I'm sure if you call the athletic department, they could hook you up with him. But anybody has any interest in playing tennis, Brian Burr will welcome you out next fall, and let you know ahead of time now that you can practice a little bit, and not just look for that racket the second week in August and say it's time to start. All right, we're at the 41-minute mark. Once again, we're only going to go to 70 minutes. Menomonee Falls is up 7-0. Coach Stein has substituted liberally here. That's Ariel Weishoff. Okay, here we go. That's Ashley Murat, one of our seniors. All right, that's number 2. That's Lauren Peterson. Lauren Peterson, number 2, one of our talented freshmen. Okay, Krista Tumadevich bringing the ball up court. Lauren, in a situation like this, I'm going to put you in Coach Stein's spot. What would you do? You're up 7-0. It's senior night. Would you play everybody? Would you play people at different positions? Would you worry about injuries going into the tournament? What would you do?
Well, I'd definitely be concerned with injuries and maybe have players sit out a little more than usual that get to play more often. But also I think just switching up the seniors' positions is always fun when you're this far ahead, and just getting the senior girls to play different spots that they normally wouldn't get to play, like Caitlin Washburn is up top and apparently trying to score her first goal on the varsity team.
And she scored. I wonder if she's ever scored. She's never scored in her high school career. Now, that sounds bad. Let's not take that. Put it in correct context.
Right.
She plays goalie.
Yes.
So
she doesn't have
scored,
that
right.
opportunity to score.
Okay, here we go. Ball set up, making Kester and Ariel Weishoff. Weishoff, there's Caitlin with the ball. Working inside. Caitlin, be out there. There's Whitney Lanin. Ball was in. Now looks like we're going to get a goal kick by West Allis Central. We got wholesale substitutions for the Falls. I see Maria Seelig checking in, and Nicole Eberhardy, Nikki Sturr, and Marina Siskoski just checking in for Menomonee Falls. All right, we got the goal kick, West Allis Central. Ball saved by Molly Pacey, controlled in midfield. Once again, I said this is a first-time broadcast. Falls Cable Access televising a girls' game with announcers, so we can kind of keep you abreast. There's Washburn. Oh, goal is just wide. They're trying to set her up the best they can. All right, you have an announcement here for us to read, Lauren?
Yes, I do. This just in. Menomonee Falls Volleyball will be hosting their first annual alumni game at the end of July. And contact Kristen Stein through school and visit the school website for more information.
Well, thank you for that. And also, you mentioned the school website. That's getting to be, they have more and more stuff out there. One of the things, and it's a short notice here, but the Booster Club is running a fundraiser with the new electronic sign. You can have your photo taken out there with your own personal message. Ashley Murat in front of the goal. And I'm combining things here. For $5 a person, it's Saturday, May 30th. Ideally, you could register by the 26th, but walk-ups will be allowed. But please go to the website once again. It makes a nice Father's Day gift. You put a Father's Day message on there. Graduation messages. If you want to propose to someone, you can put that out there. Pose with your pets. You'll be creative on that. And once again, visit the website. or call 255-5071, 255-5071 for more information. I'm getting funny looks. That's my phone number. But that's more information for the electronic sign fundraiser. Now, I believe we're going to have Marina Siskoski with the corner kick. Getting a nice shot of our offense there, Lauren. How are they lined up there? Okay, just
Pretty much just, in front of the goal and clumped together, trying to get anything they can on it.
and you just try to get loft it as high as you can and maybe get
Yeah.
a head on it. Is that what you try to do?
Yeah, get something on it and try to get in the goal.
Ball's back out to midfield. We've got 24 minutes left here in the second half. Throw in by Lake and Kester, I believe. Okay, here we go. That was Caitlin Washburn. Now, you think, Lauren, now Caitlin plays goal. You think she might get a little tired quicker than she would? I mean, she stood around the whole first half. She should be rested.
Right, that's true. But, it can be, she could be in just as good a shape as anybody else out here, so.
Okay. And she did play basketball, so you should be at least in basketball shape.
Yeah.
Knocked down by Tuma Davis. Nikki Stir, ball moved in up the field here. Controlled by Washburn. Looks like I said, Coach Stein has pretty much mixed them up here. As you know, it's as you can see here, it's getting dark. The sun has gone down. Menomonee Falls, I know 3 or 4 years ago, installed soccer lights. There was a fundraising campaign. The soccer club and some other groups raised $100,000 for lights, and it has really improved it. Now, Lauren, I want to talk earlier about, we talked about artificial turfs before the broadcast. Are some fields harder than others? Are some fields have longer grass or more difficult to play on?
Yeah, I think just the quality of the field differs from everywhere you play. And here at Menomonee Falls, the field has definitely improved, and it looks pretty good right now.
It looks beautiful out there, and I know we've had a kind of a funny spring. It's, I know they widened it a couple years ago, and I think they had to do that for tournaments. Some folks from Brookfield weren't happy with the size of our field, and we had to meet state qualifications, the whole tournaments, and it's a beautiful field, and these lights are terrific. I know I live right up the street here, and I know the first time I saw them, I was envisioning these, like Close Encounters of the third kind, when they are. What was that Close Encounters movie where the lights come down, everything is lit so brilliantly, and they shine down right on the field. They're terrific lights. Okay, goes out. Oh, and Ashineer had a header saved by their goalie Sorius. She's going to come out. Okay, here we go. We also want to thank Kristen Stein, who's doing the PA announcing tonight. I was supposed to do that, and we talked about televising the game, and Kristen, as she usually does, steps right in and volunteers and did all the PA announcing for us tonight. And she will be compensated accordingly later on. There's Amanda Borner with the ball. Out to midfield. Lauren just pointed something out. She noticed.
Oh, well, right now Menomonee Falls is playing one man down. They're playing with 9 instead of 10.
And there's a header by Washburn. And is that to fall under that good sportsmanship rule? Yeah. Now, I've been here in years when the Falls hasn't had a very good team. And we were getting beat pretty handily, and I never saw the other coach do that. So I guess that shows the quality of our head coach. He's not a bad guy, Coach Scott Stein. Oh, and someone just reminded me, he was, on the boys' side, he was Coach of the Year for the state of Wisconsin. So we're fortunate. We have a lot of good coaches, a lot of good assistant coaches, and it shows by, I said, being in the toughest conference in state in a lot of sports. And I said, sometimes you can be 4th in our conference and 6th in state. That's how tough our conference is. Okay, kick out there by Carly Stadler. Ball's down on their end. Ball's in. Kayla Washburn controlling it in midfield. Our goalie. She's got her green captain's banner on. Stopped by Central. Kicked out to midfield. Once again, I said Central. We're subbing 4 at a time, and Central has 1 sub, so that's tough on them. get a chance, I said if you see this game in the next 2 days, the Falls will be at home Thursday. Also, with the state tournament coming up, check your local newspapers, check the website. Come out and support the girls both home and on the road when the tournament starts. You know, anybody can go to state. Anything can happen. Do you remember, Lauren, when you played your tournament, did you win the first game, lose your first game? Can you recall?
I think we lost. We got out pretty quick.
Yeah, you were out pretty quick. Okay. Well, don't think that's going to happen. Actually, Coach Coach Sherry, Jeff Sherry earlier, predicted that the Falls would get out of that first round this year. So I think you got to win 2 games to get out of there. And once again, anything can happen. Ball bounces here. Brookfield East, I think, is ranked 2nd in state, and we lost them 1-0. So and Divine Saver, I know at one point the score, they're 20th in the country, and the score was 1-1 in that game. So.
And I just want to mention number 9, Sarah Ewert, just came in for West Allis Central.
Okay. And you're going to get to announce about 4 more, so you better get your sheet ready. Okay. Kicked out of bounds here by Nikki Sturr. We'll have a throw-in by West Allis Central. Little shot. That was Nellie Botticelli picked the ball up there, one of our freshman players. Great camera work once again by our camera crew. And here comes our subs.
All right, subbing in for the Falls is number 4, Haley Schild, number 6, Annie Weber, number 7, Molly Paskey, and number 9, Tanya Krasnart.
Okay. Thanks for that, Lauren. Now, Lauren, when we go to state, we'll get you back up here. We'll do this again together. So.
Sounds good.
And like I said, we talk a lot about how young the team is, and obviously they are, but it's a senior building block, and they've done a terrific job. We've got some great seniors out here. And we'd like to have fun once again by turning into lawn ornaments on Coach Stein's lawn this morning. So, okay, they got Tanya Krasnart in offense. That's a first this year. And we'd like to see if you get a chance, Caitlin Washburn's got a green armband on, a captain's armband. They're going to try to center it to her. If Caitlin gets a goal, it'll make the night for these girls here.
And now Menomonee Falls only has 8 players on the field plus a goalie.
Well, one thing that cuts down on your odds is somebody getting hurt, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So that's 8 with a goalie. So actually, that's
7 on the field.
Yeah, so we're down 3. Oof. Okay, here we go. I know in tennis, I know like Marquette right now, when they play some of the lesser schools, they will bring players that aren't their number 1 players along, so it kind of evens things out a little bit.
Right, good sportsmanship.
Well, it falls under common sense, and my dad used to say, common sense is not that common.
That's true.
All right. Okay, ball is still in play here. Oh, there goes the whistle. Okay, sub by Menomonee Falls. And I think she has to go back out. Because you can only sub, Lauren, right? When you... Actually, I think they're going to keep her in or not send anybody off. You can only sub when you have the ball or when both teams are sending someone in at the same time. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
And you don't have to report in anyone, right? What do you do when it's time to check in?
Nothing. You just stand at the half line and wait until the ball goes out and the ref signals you to come in.
Okay. Unlike basketball, volleyball, and this is more like football where you run in and run out. And here we go. Ball falls in. That's freshman Molly Paskey centering the ball. We have Maria Seelig, and here's Kaylin Washburn. Checking it down. Nikki Sturr coming across. Here's Nikki Sturr in your screen. Nikki Sturr, one of our sophomores, also a basketball player. Ball's controlled there by Haley Schild. And Nikki Sturr with a corner kick. Annie Weber back out. Back out to Marina Siskoski. It's apparent to me, I believe, that they're not trying to score. I mean, the only way we want to score is getting the ball to Kaylin Washburn, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I think right now they're just trying to keep control of the ball and keep it in our possession.
Okay, here we go. It's Haley Schild battling the ball, a freshman. Like I said, our JV too, we mentioned their names earlier. We hope that as their season ends that they have a good off season, they work out. Yeah, listen to Coach Sherry and go to a couple camps. Okay, center. Nice save. Girls had a tough day back there. A lot of shots on her. She's been peppered. Okay, ball's up to midfield. Ball's in the false half. That's Nicole Eberhardy. Ball over to Molly Paskey. Molly Paskey played Little League for me last year. Her and her sister Cassie, both terrific softball players. Quite frankly, they could do anything. Their brother Max Paskey is a starting quarterback on the football team. Played on the basketball team. Well, we get the ball in front of. We're going to get a goal by Washburn because Narch. So they're not. I don't think they're going to shoot. I think we're going to have. Let's see what we got left here. We've got 14 minutes, and I think unless it's Caitlin Washburn, I don't think they're going to be shooting. Well, we just got an update here. Now, this is hot off the press. Dave Petroff hollered up here that the boys track team is this year's outdoor Greater Metro Conference champions. I'd like to congratulate the boys track team. That's no small feat. That's a lot of those guys work out all year long. I know they're led by Matt Wood-Dooley, and I know several others there. We can't name them all. We obviously weren't there. We were here. We want to congratulate them not only on winning the championship. Let's do good in the regionals and better in the sectionals and do great in state. So our hats off to the boys track team.
Just want to make a quick announcement that big congratulations to the boys track team. They are now the Greater Metro Conference champions. Congratulations to our boys track team. We also want to remind you that the Booster Club has a concession stand open. They have hot dogs, hamburgers, a variety of cold drinks, so come on out, support Menomonee Falls Booster Club. We also want to remind you that tonight's game will be televised at 9:30 tonight on Time Warner Cable Access Channel number 14.
And coming in for Menomonee Falls is number 3, Olivia Dennis, and subbing in for Caitlin Washburn.
Okay, thank you, Lauren. It's Lauren's first broadcast. I know she was a little nervous earlier, but by halftime she was ready to go. But she was ready to go when she got here. Remember, I used to have a little thing I would ask kids if they were ready. You remember what the answer was?
I was born ready.
You were born ready. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's one of my favorite sayings. All right, we're going to have a corner kick. I believe that's Tanya Kisnarch. All right, Kristen Stein's going to give us an update here on the Brewers game coming up. We're keeping you updated on everything.
We also want to update you on the Brewers score. Tonight's Brewer game. The Brewers are up 2-1 in the top of the 5th.
All right, that came right out of our truck. Our producer's not only producing, he's got that Brewers game on somewhere, so he's doing a good job. I know we've got about 11 minutes to go here. The game has been shortened by 10 minutes. Yeah, I said this falls under one of those things. It's the end of the year. You're glad to get a game in. Unfortunately, the JV game was canceled earlier due to just illness, I guess. And okay, ball's Tanya Kisnarch is controlling it down there.
And number 7, Jeanette Land, just came in for West Allis Central.
Okay, thanks for that. All righty. Like I said, if you want, as you're watching this telecast, go to fallscableaccess.com. There's a lot of other broadcasts out there. I know there's a Gordon Kirchhoff show. We have the Focus on Our Children show, Village Voices. Village Voices is a very interesting show. I've been a long-time resident. I lived here over 50 years, and I learned more in that watching that show than I did in the last, I think, 15 years living here. So a lot of senior residents, we're not going to call them old-timers, but they refer to themselves as old-timers. Just really filling out some great history and the history of the Falls. I know Herb Gross did a terrific job when he was on there, Herb Gross Sr. Hey, Molly Pacey controlling the ball over Olivia Dennis. Olivia Dennis set out for about 3 weeks. She had a little broken some bones in her foot, I guess, and had done it in basketball season and finished the season out. I said, how could you do it? She says, well, my foot was really sore. Well, there were broken bones. So Olivia Dennis, pretty tough kid, number 3, one of our freshmen. Okay, ball's over here with, and you can see the Falls is not anxious to take a shot. And once again, if you're just tuning in and you see we're using a pink ball tonight, that's breast cancer awareness. They've been kind of promoting that all season long, doing some fundraising and helping out with that. Also, I know Jenna Woodson took a trip, I believe, to South Africa, and they took up a collection for school supplies and did quite a large number, raised a large number of money, but it's just the effort. You put in those kind of things and it pays off for everyone. It's making it a better world. Okay, Bow's back out to midfield. I think the Falls is pretty much going to stall this out. And I know it's Coach is a buddy of Coach Stein's, and they play soccer together. The boys' soccer team, we'll be back with them in the fall. There's a shot, and see Menomonee Falls is knocking it out. Menomonee Falls boys' soccer team will be back this fall. And once again, they're going to have a relatively young team too, Lauren, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you probably followed it that much and you're up there busy matriculating at Oshkosh.
Right. I don't, unfortunately, get to keep up with all the sports here, but it is fun to come back and see what's all going on.
And I guess while we have a minute, we do have a sub coming in. Can you catch that for us?
That would be number 12, Maria Seelig.
And she's waiting for the throw-in here. Is that Kaznarch? Tanya Kaznarch? No, that is not. Throwing in. Who was it? Oh, it was Haley Schild. Okay, ball's back out to midfield. Okay, we got you younger viewers out there watching. I know, check out these camps. There's nothing wrong with working out in your yard, too, and that goes for all sports. I know that I'm working with a freshman basketball program, but those kids have played in the select league and some other leagues, and it shows. You just can't pick up a ball and go play your sport anymore. It takes a lot of off-season work, and it's good for you, keep you busy, and keep you out of trouble, at least in theory. Okay, who's the corner kick there? Is that Haley Schild again? Okay, Haley Schild with the corner kick. I want to thank Susie Thomas for that update. Susie Thomas is our game manager tonight. Former assistant varsity basketball coach. And an alumni, that's correct. Oh, she was also a soccer coach. She reminded me now she's going to give me her resume, but we don't have time to read all her accomplishments. One thing we do want to say, we want to mention, well, her mom Karen, but her dad Terry is on the Wall of Fame here in the Falls. And like I said when we introduced him at that time, he's got a lot of athletic accomplishments, a lot of coaching accomplishments. But if they had a Wall of Fame for all-around nice guys, he'd be on the top of the list. That's Terry Thomas, Susie's dad. Happy Father's Day, Terry. That's from Susie. But no, I was very sincere about that. Just an all-around great guy. Okay, ball's back here in midfield. Maybe we're going to give Carly Stead a little work down here. Let's hope. And I said I can't imagine how tired these West Allis Central goes. What do you think, Lauren? You think they're going to be get a good night's sleep tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody will.
Okay, the ball's out there moving around midfield. This will probably be one of the last high school broadcasts of the spring sports. I know they've covered now track, softball, and track, softball, of course, the soccer game. And maybe they ought to come on more often. I think they've won everything that they've covered on TV here, so they're doing a good job. Okay, we have half the team coming back in. Lauren, I'm not going to ask you, put you on the spot in this one. Okay, ball's coming back here. Looks like we might be changing goalies also. Either that or someone is cold and left a different colored jersey on. What do you think, Lauren?
I think it's a safe bet to say she's coming in for the goal.
And who is that going to be? Can we... Whitney Lane, who is in a hurry to get there at goalie. Mass substitution. I think what he's doing right now is he's pulling out his seniors. Oh, he's putting his seniors in. Okay, just the opposite. And you got to get to play. What he got? About probably, I guess, 5 minutes to go. Yep, 5 minutes to go. Coach Stein is in. Lauren, you got our subs there?
Yes, I do. Number 1, Caitlin Washburn. Number 8, Ashley Narrett. Number 11, Lakin Kester. Number 18, Amanda Borner. Number 19, Carissa Tumadayevich. Number 22 is Ariel, and number 23 is Whitney Lanin. In the
Ariel
goal.
Weissoff was on a little stumbling one. She was our manager all year, but Coach Stein dug up a jersey. He's got her in the game. And now they're going to be on the attack. We want to score with this group of seniors. You know, I'm a little jealous here. You announced Carissa Tumadayevich, and for 4 years I've been doing it wrong. So
Oh,
you just came up here and got it
I'm
right.
here to correct you.
No, you got it right. I know her dad came up, and I apologize, but that's a tough one for me. I think somebody said she's got 12 or 13 letters in her name.
12.
12? Okay. Okay, we got 3.5 minutes to go. Falls up in front, 7-0. Okay, oh, here's Kayla Washburn going right at goal. Lining it up. Shot. Oh, Ariel overran the ball. Ariel Weissoff has a crack at it. Here we go. We got about 3 minutes to go. We will have a brief wrap-up when we get done here. Ball's in. Okay, Falls is on the attack. Carissa Tumadayevich. I know Tumadayevich probably won't be trying to score, but she's going to try to set these other girls up. And sure enough, passes it over to Caitlin Washburn, number 1. Washburn is looking outside. I don't think she's trying to slow it up too, but Ashley Nerat, see if she centers it. Tumadayevich with the header. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Goal kick. And a sub for West Allis Central, Elizabeth Karbowski, number 16.
I said this is a historic broadcast. I'm proud I can be proud. I'm glad that you're up here with me.
Thank you.
It's the first time that they've used announcers at a soccer game. And we might have been a little rough around the edges. We're doing our best we can up here, and hope you all enjoyed it out there. Okay, falls up to midfield. Falls back to Lakin Kester, who's now playing defense. Amanda Borner, pass over. Carissa Tumadayevich. Her former position, she's playing right now. Ball's up to Ashley Nerat. There goes Nerat on a breakaway. And the fans are liking it. Nerat send it up. Ball's over to Washburn. Washburn back to Nerat. Nerat probably back to Washburn. Header. And we're going to be run down by Olivia Dennis. Down in the corner, Olivia Dennis working around her girl. Ball's kicked out of bounds, thrown by the Falls. All right, looks like we have a minute and a half to go. We got a minute and a half to go here, and like I said, we will do a brief wrap-up show. I want to thank once again our and let's see what we've got here. Ball's down in the corner, and we're going to have Kristen Stein with the 1 minute announcement here shortly.
1 minute. 1 minute left in the half.
All right, minute to go. Falls up 7-0. We're a little slow on getting the scores out the second half there, but I'm sure everyone understands. Okay, ball's over. We got Olivia Dennis in the corner. We're winding down on senior night, and we have we got our names up there. We got it's actually we want to thank Miss Ware here for helping us out. At the last minute, we had to change the graphic. It's actually Lauren Ware. Well, we want to thank Harry for going through the effort to get it up there. And I said this is a special night. We'll be winding down here shortly, and then we got Lauren's name up there. I said, unless you're writing me a check, I don't care how you spell my name.
That's true.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
And there's a shot at the scoreboard with the score: Menomonee Falls 7, West Allis Central 0.
Once again, Menomonee Falls soccer coach Scott Stein and Jeff Habenrich would like to give a big thank you to our seniors for all they've done to support Menomonee Falls soccer program. Please help me in giving a big round of applause to our seniors, Amanda Borner, Ashley Merritt, Lakin Kester, Krista Tumity-Agit, Caitlin Washburn, and manager Errol Weishaupt. Thanks, and there's a lot more season to go.
All right, Lauren, we're going to wrap up. We're going to do this relatively quickly. And the reason we're going to do that, Lauren, if you can step over here once, I don't know if they're going to get a shot of us. They're trying to, but okay, we're going to step up here once. We want to thank our cable access crew, Time Warner Channel 14, produced by Harry Stetzel, and photographers Gordon Kirchhoff and James Davies. Lauren, what did you think tonight?
I had a lot of fun. It was really exciting and a great way for the seniors to end their senior night.
Yeah, it's, I said 7-0. We got the fans. I don't know if they can hear us with the fans cheering over here, but there they come across the field. I hope, I wish them luck the rest of the year. It was a great way for our first broadcast. I think the kids will look back on this, and hopefully the village will look back on this as being one of these monumental nights, and we'll just kind of go from there. Any last words?
No, I just want to thank you for having me, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you did a very good job, too. So I'd like to thank Lauren Wareham, my color person. This is Jerry Misslang. On behalf of Falls Cable Access Channel 14, thank you very much, and go Indians.